Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Kurt Thomas, and thank you. Thank you so much for watching my video. I'm gonna try to do this video without shedding a tear, but forgive me if I do. So today I graduated from the Citadel, the Military College of South Carolina, with my master's degree in leadership, and it was a significant event in my life, and I'm no different from anyone else. I mean, there are so many people out there who have gotten their master's degrees, and so on and so forth. But I will tell you this, the reason why this is special to me is because many of you, when I speak to students and speak to people, I share a vulnerable space that is very vulnerable when I speak about it. But I failed the ninth grade, and doing this time at the Citadel, going through the course, I ran across a startling statistic that says that those students who fail, and the statistic came from the Center for High School Success back in 2007, it says that students who fail the ninth grade are 70 to 80% likely not to graduate high school. And that hit me to my core, because according to statistics, one, I'm not supposed to graduate high school. Two, I'm not supposed to go into the Air Force enlisted. Three, I wasn't supposed to become a state trooper for the South Carolina Highway Patrol. Four, I wasn't supposed to get my bachelor's degree from Claflin University. Five, I'm not supposed to be an Air Force officer, which I currently am. Five, I'm not even supposed to be a graduate with my master's degree. And the reason why I wanted to send this video up is because I know that there are so many people who have started something or wanted to do something in life and decided not to do it because of statistics, right? But what this graduation has done for me is that it has allowed me to do something for myself, that I can honor myself. Let me explain why. So when I did graduated with my bachelor's degree, my mom, she didn't get a chance to go to college, so she wanted to have a bachelor's degree in sociology. So when I got my undergrad from Claflin University, the Claflin University, I got my undergrad degree in sociology and in criminal justice, a dual degree. That was for my mom, which I love so much, who was at my graduation today. I love you, Mom. When I became a state trooper for the South Carolina Highway Patrol, I did that for my father. My dad almost got killed from a person driving under the influence, and I didn't want anyone else to experience that feeling that I experienced and my family experienced when we almost lost my father back in 1999. So when I became a state trooper, I was pretty badass. And I say that respectfully, because if it wasn't for me becoming a single father, I probably would still be a state trooper today, to be honest with you, because I loved being a highway patrol officer. So much pride that I experienced with that. So I did that for my father. When I became an officer for the Air Force, I did that for my sons. I wanted my sons to see that their dad went from enlisted to an officer, becoming a Mustang, because I wanted to achieve a little bit higher for my personal goals. And if I was enlisted, my goal would try to become a chief. But I decided to become an officer, and I wanted them to see how I pushed myself to go as high as I can go in the Air Force. And so I did that for my sons. But when I applied to get into grad school for the Citadel, I wanted to do something for myself, because I owe it to myself. I knew that I owe it to myself to push and to do it for me. And I will tell you that if it wasn't for the grace of God, to the spiritual backing of my brother, who got his MBA, I wouldn't have graduated the master's program, because it was so tough being a single father, being in the military, trying to do a business or have a business, and trying to lead people in the Air Force as a leader. A lot of things, buying a home, all during the master's program, shedding so many tears late at night while I'm doing homework with my son at our kitchen table or in his closet, and shedding tears, just hoping I'm doing this shit right. Like just hoping that this pays off. And so today meant so much to me. I'm not any different. There's so many other people who have stories like this, right? And so many of you have gotten your master's degree when you were in your early 20s, mid 20s. I get it. But to do it as a single father, to do it as a leader in the Air Force, to do it as a person that the statistic says that I should not have been able to do this, it meant the world to me. And I'm here to tell you that now when I do speak to students, I can tell them you can go into the military, no matter your socioeconomic background. You can get your college degree if you decide to go to college or a trade school. Whatever your desire is, you can do it. And the only person that's going to stop you from achieving those goals are going to be you. A leader who's leading an organization that you can go to college to get that degree. You can become that project manager, whatever your goal is. I'm not here to preach to you because I'm like preaching to the choir is what I'm getting at. But I wanted to encourage someone today that is possibly in the middle of your associate's program to keep going, man. In the middle of your bachelor's degree program, or just starting out or almost done, and you don't know if you have the strength to push, to keep going, or you're in your master's or doctoral program and you don't know if you have enough to go on. I'll share this one thing with you and I'm going to close this out. So a few months ago, I was in South Florida for a business conference, and a friend, one of the leaders there, her name is Angelique Ruers. You have to really check her out. She's amazing. She asked us to stand up. So we stood up. She asked us then to stand and reach as high as you can towards the ceiling. We all stood up. I stood up. I reached my arms up, tatted up as far as I could. And then she says, I want you to try to reach at least 2 more inches. And about 99% of us in the room were able to go 2 inches higher. And she made a startling comment after that. She says, why didn't you go as high as you could the first time when I asked you to? Basically telling us that no matter how much you think that you're going as high as you can go, there's always some reserve in the tank, which means if you just keep pushing, you're going to get there if you just give it a little bit more. And that woke me up because I needed to hear that a few months ago, because I literally was at a point where I'm like, man, look, I'm towards the end of the graduate program. Can I even do this? And that really highlighted the training when I was there. And one last thing, I know I sound like a Southern Baptist preacher when I say that. One last thing, I'm almost done. The commencement speaker today, her name is Allison Love. Allison, I almost lost it today when she was talking. She was an amazing speaker, and I think the class of 2023 at the Citadel, we were very lucky to have her as our commencement speaker. The commencement speaker asked for testimonials, your experience while you were in the graduate program at the Citadel. And in short, she highlighted the story of me sharing my kitchen table with my son, and we were both doing homework. And when she mentioned that and strategically placed that in her story, in her commencement speech, I'm sitting in the audience, I'm almost about to lose it. I'm about to shed tears of joy and tears of remembering the sacrifice and just not giving up and pushing. And there I was in commencement, at the commencement program, getting ready to receive my master's degree. So thank you guys for your support. And I cannot wait to hear and just see all of the congratulatory remarks from others of you who are graduating, or sons and daughters who are graduating high school, college, your associate's, master's, bachelor's degree program. And one last thing, I know Mother's Day, I said it again, oh God. I know Mother's Day is coming around the corner, right? So for those of you mothers who made the ultimate sacrifice to work many jobs just so that your son, your daughter, your what have you, could go to college, and you didn't get the opportunity or afford the chance to go to college, I just want to say that you are an amazing hero and that you are to be celebrated for allowing them to have the opportunity and the sacrifices. And so happy early Mother's Day. And you're such an inspiration. And I just want to tell you that. So, and that includes my mother who is watching this video, I'm sure. I love you, Mom. Anyway, you guys have a good night. I'm getting ready to, I'm going to celebrate. I bought a bottle of champagne like 2.5 years ago when I bought my place. And I never opened it. I was supposed to open it after my closing. My friend Laura, who was my agent, I told her about it, and I didn't even open up the bottle of champagne, Laura. So, in short, after 2.5 years, 3 years, I'm deciding I'm going to open it up tonight. I'm going to enjoy myself, and I am going to smoke a cigar because that's what I want to do. And I'm very grateful for praying parents, loving friends, and a supporting family. And I cannot wait to see how this helps students, how this helps corporations, my story, and also how this helps my 3 sons, Tyler, Preston, and Michael, who are near and dear to my heart. You guys have a good night. Love you. Peace.